If you're thinking about purchasing Tesla stock, now would be a good time to do so given that research indicates that the stock price will triple in 2023. According to recent predictions, Tesla's stock price will likely rise over this $1,200 per share level. That is fantastic news for Tesla shareholders and the electric vehicle industry as a whole, and it will herald enormous growth for the manufacturer. So, will Tesla make something like $1,300? Keep watching till the very end of this video to find out, as they say. Salutations to all, and welcome back to everything. Tesla shares Model Y and Model 3 production will be expanded globally by Tesla the fourth quarter, and to maintain that momentum in 2023 when the additional plants in Austin Amber and scale up production, Tesla will be on track to fulfill Elon Musk's goal for production in the upcoming quarter if the prognosis for the company turns out to be accurate. By the end of next year, I'm merely going to compare it to the German luxury carmaker BMW. It sets an ambitious aim to build more than 495,000 Model Y and Model 3 automobiles in the fourth quarter of this year in its forecast switch, which includes the subsequent 4 quarters. From those two models, Tesla produces about 95% of its products. With a production rise of more than 50% for the year, the plans call for Tesla to outperform projected growth in the global vehicle market by a ratio of approximately 10 in 2023. Hopefully, this objective can be met despite ongoing supply chain security threats. According to stockbroker Piper Sandler, a weak economy increased competition and decreased Tesla order backlogs. During the third quarter, 354,000 Tesla vehicles will be delivered. Citi expects to deliver 369,800 cars, while Troy expects to sell 343,779 compact crossovers and Model 3 sedans. What does this mean for investors and EV manufacturers like Tesla? Keep an eye out to see whether Tesla Meter beats these forecasts from the analysis and generates the internal forecast for the following quarter. In 2022, it will have sold over 1.4 million automobiles worldwide since the fourth quarter of 2018, with 1.59 million Model 3 units anticipated to be built over the first 3 quarters of 2022. Tesla's production and deliveries have been astounding. If this occurs, Tesla will be on track to sell more than 2.1 million EVs by the end of the year, which would put it on par with BMW's 2.5 million vehicle sales in 2021, the most recent full year of comparable sales if gas-powered car sales are taken into account. This would make Tesla larger than Volkswagen's brand Audi. However, such output will barely beat the predictions made by Wedbush Securities and ICE, respectively. Ives, who has consistently been positive about Tesla, forecasts that 2 million EVs vehicles, up from 1.39 million this year, will be delivered by 2023. According to an internal prediction, Tesla CEO Elon Musk stated to analysts in the previous quarter that there was a good probability the business will achieve a global production run rate of 40,000 vehicles per week by the end of 2022. Throughout the first quarter, Tesla is anticipated to attain and sustain that production level. The prediction also depends on a large uptick in production at Tesla's recently opened factories in Austin, Texas, and Berlin, Germany. According to the report, Austin would raise output to almost 100,000 vehicles by the end of the third quarter of 2023, while Berlin would witness a comparable growth from 51,000 to almost 90,000 EVs by the third quarter, ending in September 2023. By the end of 2023, according to George Steinbach, regional economic minister for Brandenburg, where Tesla operates a manufacturing close to Berlin, operations will be split into 3 shifts. Large gains in output for Tesla shouldn't be unexpected, according to Stan Fiorani, vice president of worldwide forecasting at a production tracking company called Auto Predictive Solutions AFS, given the fact that Austin and Berlin's plants have been working below capacity. According to him, Berlin and Austin will be fully developed by the end of the year, which is where most of this volume is coming from. According to the Tesla prediction, production in Shanghai, a megafactory that produced more than half of the company's output in the first half of this year, will peak by the end of the next year. The company Tesla just doubled plant capacity and says it will continue to produce 20,500 vehicles per week for the remainder of the year. Economic issues, as Musk has already mentioned, might also affect the anticipated growth in Tesla's output. Global growth has drastically slowed, particularly in China, the largest TV market in the world, where Tesla will soon face out against quickly expanding rivals. German industrial production will undoubtedly experience instability due to the supply of gas for power plants. Even while delivering 2 million cars by the end of the year will be a significant accomplishment for Tesla, it would still fall short of the company's long-term goals. The business expects to have 10 or 12 plants built by the end of 2030, with the new ones being able to produce 1.5 to 2 million vehicles annually, Musk said during Tesla's annual shareholder meeting. Musk also mentioned that a different production location will be revealed later this year. The manufacturer of electric vehicles seems to be on track to end this year with great momentum in its plants, setting itself up for rapid expansion. At the time of this video, the stock was trading slightly around $300 for the coming year, while another analyst forecasted that the shares may reach $360 in the coming year. These bullish forecasts heavily rely on Tesla's rising production capacity. According to a Wetbush analysis, yearly deliveries might more than double in the next year, rising from less than 1 million in 2021 to over 2 million in 2023. Ives increased President Bush's Tesla stock price target from $333 to $360 over the course of a year, citing Tesla's rising production rates at its high-output facility in China, where the Shanghai government halted factory activities earlier this year as part of its efforts to slow down the spread of the pandemic, and the company's strong momentum as we get closer to the end of the year. However, the automaker claimed in its second quarter update that at the end of the quarter, production rates had not only recovered, but were also breaking new records. Tesla's facility in China suffered severe difficulties. When investors take into account this growth potential together with Tesla's continual growth improvements at its California facility and its production ramp up at the future factories in Texas and Berlin, 2 million deliveries in 2023 may start to seem plausible. After all, Tesla already has the capacity to produce more than 1.9 million cars annually in its factories. Although it did declare that it expected to use all of its present manufacturing capacity by the end of the year, Tesla's management has not indicated that it intends to cut down its investments in expanding production capacity. Musk stated that Tesla has a fair chance of finishing this year at a manufacturing rate of 40,000 vehicles per week during the company's earnings call for the second quarter. The intriguing bit is right here. Tesla shares will be valued at least $3,000 by 2025, according to Kathy Woods, CEO of ARK Investment. More than double Alex's own $1,400 price. That is more than 8 times the price at which Tesla's stock is currently trading. According to a remark by Analysis, the goal for this year was even in the worst case. Tasha Akini predicts that Tesla shares would fall to a record low of $1,500 by 2025. According to Kenny, the company revised its estimates around Tesla's capacity to formally employ capital to support its ambitious sales plans, which caused the ARK surprise target to change significantly from last year. The revenues Tesla is anticipated to gain from offering auto insurance to its customers in some states are now being taken into consideration by ARK. Regarding Musk's projected robotaxi hailing service, Kenny noted that ARK currently thinks Tesla has a 50% chance of reaching completely autonomous driving by 2025, and that such a service would increase annual revenues by $160 billion by this year. Without a doubt, Tesla's growth potential may be overly optimistic, and its estimates are open to risk. Investors are increasingly more concerned with the risk related to increasing the manufacturing of complex commodities like electric automobiles, which necessitates a worldwide supply chain. Recently, these supply chains have been more difficult than investors had anticipated, and thus, numerous assessments have been done to lower their price objectives. Despite these problems, Tesla is obviously carrying out its objectives well, as seen by a record-breaking second half and a promising start to 2023. Who is aware of the stock price, despite it is uncertain at this time? In the upcoming years, it might triple to $1,200 per share. Do you believe Tesla will ever achieve the stock price? Let us know in the comments section, and if you're interested in learning more about what Tesla has been up to recently, click on the next video that appears on your screen.